Hello, y'all. I'm gonna keep it short right now because I gotta take care of some business. It's rain out here in Houston, and I want to talk about. I just saw on Vi's show this morning. And I also saw on my tweet, on my thread of Facebook. Even though I have a block on my. He said that Charles Barkley. First, I thought that Charles Barkley is accused of defending the cop killer. Um, This is the black racist copycat. I don't follow those conservative sites on the first pages on Facebook, but I do see what they're saying. Kind of like spying, like they do, you know what I'm saying? Then I also saw on Devi's show that he talked to Richard Spencer. Now I like how the interview of Richard Spencer went down. He said American white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, and I'm an ex-Protestant. Remember, and I dealt with anti-Catholicism. So all those, remember what was coming up, and it's funny. I was born in '79. They was saying that anti-Catholicism was gone. So I was born at a time when it was supposed to be gone. Okay, the Time magazine. I became a Catholic at 13. And I remember during the Clinton season, before the Bush season, the Bush son season, it was a lot of Y2K and Catholic bashing. I mean, really, it was a lot of, later on, he was leaving the church, and I almost did, because I didn't know my scriptures defending the Catholic Church. And that's when the Catholic apologetics started to come in. I introduced it to, I was helping people in churches because I dealt with anti-Catholicism and I know how to answer these questions. Remember, I was doing all the biblical talk last night. And then I know that. And I'm not glad that I went through that oppression, but I'm glad I had a chance to open the Word to Catholic apologetics because I was afraid to open the Bible. Even when I was surprised, I was scared to open the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But when I started to read that it was our book, that's when even family members, they cannot debate me because, and I can pretend to be dumb, knowing that their interpretation is wrong, in Protestant, no offense, they can say, well, God's going to punish you. And I can say, excuse me, Luke 6, Jesus said, don't condemn, you condemn, God has mercy on the grave. They don't, because their pastors don't tell them that. They tell them what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So, reading Catholic apologetics and have a Catholic Bible that talks about that, like, it's a Bible, but it's defines what the church. It's a New American Catholic Answer Bible where it teaches from Genesis to Revelations what the church teaches from scriptures that many Protestants are afraid to hear. And I'm glad that Richard Spencer mentioned that, because the reason why they did not like the Catholic Church, not only because personal interpretation scripture that Luther did, but they was afraid there'd be white Catholics who were favored Catholics, not the ones who wishy-washy went with their politics. I mean, like, for example, Bill O'Reilly, okay? There'll be ones who will stand up and say, excuse me, this is wrong. This is morally wrong, Jesus didn't say we all people, because normally the word Catholic means universal, and it goes back to Matthew 28 when it says preach all nations. When saying nations gave that name after Peter brought the church, the bride, from Jerusalem, okay? And that's why in your Bible, I tell all the Protestants who attack the Catholic, where is your church in the Bible? I'll point it out. Matthew 16, and the backtrack where the Pope is, Father Hibbins of Isaiah 22, 21st, 22nd verse, talking about keys to the house of David, same keys that Jesus gave to Peter, because new covenant, the keys of heaven. And Peter was the first pope. Yes, he was. Papa means father. It goes back to Isaiah 22 of Father Hibbins. I say, Peter went to Rome. Yes, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. She, which is feminine for, or There's a church. Ecclesia means, just like in Spanish, iglesia, um, means the church, means church, a community. Um, about church, when Jesus did found the church. Well, he brought that same church that Peter, he gave the keys to, brought it to Rome. And it says she's our church here is in Babylon. First Peter chapter 5:13. So if the church was all that bad, why is it in the Bible? Why it goes back to 16? Why is it in why is it in First Peter chapter 5:13? They don't make any sense. If all the stuff you're saying, you're distorting the scriptures, and they hate when I bring those verses up, because remember, the man who make their own interpretation control people, dominate someone. That's why the slavery was so successful in the South, because of that about the church defended slavery based on the interpretation of scripture. So that is, they always talk about the bad stuff in the Catholic Church, but they're not gonna talk about the good thing. They're not gonna talk about the how we are biblical. It wasn't for the Catholic Church, there would not be no Bible. That's what gave the name. Biblia means collection of books. Okay? And that's why they hate when they, because waiting for the Catholic Church to colonize the Bibles together, they would not have Genesis to all the way to the Revelations. They wouldn't have that. The Bible is because it came out the doggone sky. No, that's a lie. It was oral history for the Jews. They wrote the Torah. Then, then later on, remember, we the one, and I say we because I'm a Catholic, even though that I'm, not very active and going to church like I'm supposed to. But we the first church. They cannot get rid of that. They can talk about, make all these old interpretations of scripture about the world coming in. We preach revelations when we go to church about, the 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 altar where there's bread or something in Revelations and knocking at the door. That goes back to what we do at Mass. We wouldn't, like, I heard my grandmother, who was a Protestant, she said back then many ministers was afraid to preach Revelations. I'm like, what? Uh, I thought y'all were preaching the Bible. Revelation is scared their book. Well, the church preaches Revelation all the time. That's why I talk about, we talk about Mary as our mother, of course. As Hebrews talk about that, the second chapter of Hebrews talk about that Jesus is our brother. And the lady, the woman, it's funny because I want to tell my business with the church I belonged to, when I became Catholic. It says Star of the Sea. Well, that name goes back to Revelations, where the woman of the star crowned her head up, you know what I'm saying? And she flew away from sea, and the devil was trying to attack her, the dragon. That's the devil, right? In Revelation 12. So I just, it's funny, and I'm glad that I am now acknowledging my faith a lot, because even though I'm not very active, should be going to confession right now, should be going to, I'm mad at the parishes here in Houston that made me want to tell the Pope what's going on. I'm a big snitch, like I did with the CEO at my job, telling the CEO what's going on. I just want to tell, because it is affecting my faith. I have sinned a lot and not doing right, and I'm like, I should be telling people what's going on within the church, because it is mimicking fundamentalism in the church, how they act. So in the church, I tweeted on my Twitter a couple months ago that the Pope was saying that the priests never should be rigid, especially in the confessional booth, and they are very rigid here. I mean, I cannot deal with it. I don't like anybody yelling at me. Coming from a Protestant background, fundamentalism, where that just occurs. So I'm sorry, I had an issue doing Good Friday in 2013 at the cathedral. And I never had to go back to the cathedral because me and the usher, how they yelled at me, and I got into a big rage. Everybody waiting to confess, like, who is his brother? I said, who this black man here acting a fool? I'm multiracial descent, but yeah, I was hard. And I was coming from work, dealing with that woman at my job at the, the veteran place. I'm already mad, angry, I'm trying to go to, to get communion on Easter, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. And I'm sorry. So, and I was, conditioned as bipolar at the time. So, but anyway, let's get back to the subject. The reason why I brought that up, because the reason why the Catholic Church was, the KKK was against the Catholic Church, because it was against its politics of racism. And remember, at one period of time in the Catholic Church, everybody can be in the pool, a white, black, Hispanic, all, it was to white Anglo-Saxon Protestant politics, racist politics that told the church in America you cannot have black folks and white folks sitting in the same pew. It's funny. You watch the movie with what's that one? The nun. It was Carolina as a saint. She was Spanish, Italian, and black French Creole. Um, D Little, whatever her name was, Mel D. She was the one who Vessel's played her in Lifetime. Okay, and I'm glad they played. Yeah, Vanessa Williams played her. And the priest even told that everybody is accepted in God's house. Okay, and it's Louisiana. I love being part of French Creole. Okay, and Spanish Creole as well. And in Louisiana, remember I tell you, Louisiana was different from the South. Remember, there was interracial marriages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people don't understand it. It was different. It wasn't always raping. There were interracial marriages. You had free people of color. The first Cocoa Black newspaper was from Louisiana. A Creole brother. Thank you. Okay? So a lot of folks, don't understand. A lot of nuns educate the slaves. A lot of folks don't know that they talk about the history of the bad Catholics. They don't talk about the good Catholics. And so, they have black businesses, you know, by Creole people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love being Creole. When I was reading about French, I said, dang, they don't teach us in school. They all talking about we slaves and Harriet Tubman, and you know what I'm saying? And then we fought the war and won, and next thing we go back into, they don't talk about all this other stuff. We have free people of color who own businesses back in those days. They don't talk about those things. And I'm like, dang, when I was reading on FrenchCreoles.com back in 2003, I was like, dang, this is my history. This is my history. So this is part of me, I love this, This is part of me, Why I should be ashamed of that, Y'all just, so FrenchCreoles.com, please. So when I'm reading about this, and I read about there was nuns, they had black priests. Yes, they did. The first partial black priest, I say, was in America, was Bishop James Healy. And he was, his mother was mulatto, and father was an Irish Catholic man. And they got married and she was a former slave. They got married in Georgia. And the white folks kicked them out because of the interracial marriages. So they went up to Canada and got educated. Now, sadly, James Healy's siblings passed as white, okay? But everyone know that he was discriminating even within the church, because remember, the racism in America affected the church. That's one thing that's why us Catholics who are called we cannot come together all the time on when it comes to color, people of color and white people, And one thing that even I was at mass at one time, and I think the priest is Hispanic. It's funny that this was going on, and I stopped going. Like I said, the politics in America. I read looking at a Catholic person was describing the fundamentalism, and he said that even the Polish priests and ministers, don't like the Catholicism here in America, and I don't like it either. I'm just like this. The American Catholicism, I don't like it. It's not true Catholic. It has a lot of white Anglo-Saxon Protestant racist rhetoric. It is not true Catholicism. It's just like the people who are white, some minority who are influenced by it, have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go to church, you're trying to, this is the house of the Lord. Don't bring the demonic version come in, from white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, behavior. The conservative Protestant, the extreme racists that Richard Spencer was talking about. And so, I'm not trying to elaborate because it's about Charles Barkley. I'm really letting you know the reason why I'm glad that he said that. And so, when I was at St. Thomas going to Mass on the evening, coming from work on Sunday, because I went to work today and they have Sunday Mass at 7:30 at night, okay? And I remember the Hispanic priest was saying, let's pray for Scalia. Now, of course, in any church, even as a bad sinner, it could be a black person being bad, right? We're supposed to pray for their soul. But right there, I'm like, Scotty who died, Supreme, after what he said about African Americans, he also said about Hispanics as well. I'm telling you, I didn't feel sorry for him. Heaven or hell, the purgatory that was purified, that goes back to what St. Peter talked about, the spirits in prison, that Jesus went to go baptize Noah. Okay, that's what getting purgatory. Thank you. I hope you know your scriptures, because you say, purgatory. Well, not all sin is all sin is evil, of course, but not all sin is deadly. That was Saint John said in his first letter, the 5th chapter. I think it's 15, 16. Yeah, for real, First John. People said, when I said it's mortal sin and dead and venial sin, that's where we get that from. Okay, so when I said that, and one thing, that's why I stopped even supporting the Catholic League, because Bill Donahue, like I said, white Irish American man, is not like co-signing with O'Reilly type. You know what I'm saying? And that's not Catholicism. I'm glad that he's a tough Catholic and he goes against anti-Catholicism. But when you start with racial politics, I cannot sit here and take side. I'm not pure Irish. Okay, I've got Irish in me too. Okay, my white Anglo-Saxon and also part Irish for grandmother. Okay, that I did research on last year. Okay, on my mama's side. I ain't purpose. It's just that it let you know when you do genealogy research, your white ancestors, if you have a record of them, that gets more revenue, because they didn't remember, since lives don't matter. Black and Native American people were not always respected by the census. You know what I'm saying? In birth records. You know what I'm saying? Unless you live in Louisiana, where the Catholic Church did acknowledge the slaves, okay, and put their names on there, okay. Anglo-Saxon Protestant, they tried to act like they was not there. That's why they say a boy, girl. You know what I'm saying? So, after slavery, that's when they really recognized them. Oh, that's a free people of color. Unless the slave master actually did somehow care about the slaves, especially they were sleeping with them, because you had those who did either rape or either they did have consensual relationships with the slave, female slave, mix up here, and then after they died, they gave them colleges. Gave them freedom. And that's why these black HBU colleges, y'all, let me let you know, historical black colleges and black color schools were made for slave masters, mixed race kids. Thank you. Okay, I want you to understand that. The black colleges that you go to school, whether it be here in Houston, Texas, Southern University, we called Negro College at one time, whether it be, Xavier down there in Louisiana, all these old HBU colleges was made for slave masters, mixed race kids. Okay? And the black color school was made for them. Okay, when they died, when the white slave master, some of them, not all of them black towns, like the one that was in Ohio, the black towns, one particular black, I think blacktowns.org or about that, what it got called. Okay, the slave master of one of them towns, the slave master had a will to give them freedom, and then they'll make their own towns. Okay, I want you to understand that. That's why I do include do you understand? I'm not saying that all the slave masters are good people who were raped. No, you need to not deny no part of your history, even the bad part, because you don't want them to sorry to cuss, then repeat it. Not on that to be stupid. That's part of your history. Okay, hey, they gave it to us, and that's why I just want to let you know. When I mention my white part of my roots, you got white people turn their head. I know they're racist because they wouldn't do that, okay? You acknowledge me, okay? But you don't know acknowledge me as part of your heritage. Get out by Felicia, by whatever, okay? Felicia or whatever. What I mean? Trying to use a Mexican version for Felicia, okay? So that's how I know that they're racist when they don't acknowledge me as, as part of, because I am part Caucasian. Like I trace my roots. I went to England of all places, so you can't tell I'm pure black, but I got white cousins, okay, and I'm not even black as my color of my hair, okay, so, but anyway, let's get back to the subject. I mean, go in detail, but you understand, I wanted to get the theological reason why I'm glad that he said it, because before when Clinton was about to get out of office, a lot of anti-Catholic stuff was going on. The reason why the Pope, the Sesame scandal came out in Bush days, Remember Bush? Remember Bush was friend of Bob University, Bob Jones University. Bob Jones University is an anti-Catholic, white racist. They don't believe in interracial marriages. Bob Jones University in South Carolina is the most racist university. Okay, they're anti-Catholic. They're anti-Jewish. They hate people African American descent, Hispanic. Anybody that's not white, English, Protestant. This is the founder. This is the reason why we had. That's the foundation of America. Okay, remember that the first Catholic um, president was Kennedy, and they did not want him to become president because he was Catholic. Okay, and also the first lady that was a sister was Jacqueline Kennedy. Yes, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. She, just like Michelle Obama, looked more black and got white in her. The reverse. She looked white and got black in her. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Go on PBS, Frontline, A Secret Daughter, Vancelli, whatever. That was her mixed race black ancestor. Okay, and she told the New York Geological Society that say my African American ancestor is Jewish ancestor when it actually was African American. Okay, but she was defending for she was passing but helping us at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Her and Martin King that didn't get along. That's a whole different subject. But she was telling her husband, to help black folks, people African American in the South. She was on our side while she was passing. Okay, so that's why I say John F. Kennedy Jr. is my role. I call my brother. He like white man, but he got black DNA. That's my brother. Okay, I was hurt when he got killed. I was hurt when he got killed. I found that out, and then I found out I said John is a brother for real. That's my role model. I don't care what he look like. That's my role model. Okay. So when I saw on PBS Frontline Secret Daughter about Jacqueline Kennedy being part black before Michelle Obama, I said, what? That's a sister. I said, I don't give a care. So do you understand? That's why. Okay, so let's get back to the subject. So Charles Barkley, I'm sorry to go in detail this. So I wanted folks to get the reason why that I'm glad he mentioned process. That's why we have a Jack Chick. That we have all these anti-Catholic bigots because they want to revert back to white ancestors process. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Remember, people talk bad about Catholic Church. It was Martin King Jr. who was friends with many Catholic priests who walked with him during that civil rights movement. Okay? Remember, I want folks to understand that the Catholic priests, many of them were against segregation. That's why the white people, KK, hated them. Okay? That's why they killed Catholics in the South. They were lynching and that's why we have white Catholics who are racist because they submissive to white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill O'Reilly. Okay, I use it for example. Okay, he knows in his upbringing that in Sean Connery as an Irish Catholic, he know when he was going to school back in the day that was wrong to be racist. But the ones who submit, remember, they docile. It's no different than Charles Barkley, for say, before he had to wake a call with Richard Spencer. He is African American and American and Caucasian descent. I'm glad the DNA test on George Lopez revealed that. Okay, he not a pure black man. Okay, he don't even look pure black. That's why he thought that he was more, that he was shot that Snoop Dogg's DNA test because he's just darker than him, and he also black, white, and American just like me. Okay, and so when he had that shock, you know what I'm saying, and he was cooning. Remember, he was submissive to it. It's just, well, if we can't beat them, join a mentality. That's what these coons and these just like the Latinos who are racist, they know when they were going to school, if they were raised Catholic, that hating somebody is against the Lord. I was taught that, I cannot be racist towards anybody because it is our conscience. We all are the children of God, whether you like it or not, okay? But trying to face the real world can beat them, join. It's like kissing up to the oppressor in order to get what you want. Okay, it's no different than African American people say other immigrants go back home. knowing that they just the people of color, we just people of color, just like the immigrants coming here. Why are you saying that? Well, they take away a job because you chose to get a high paying job. Let's call it like it is. I'm sorry to say it like that. Cause you chose, cause your life effed up. When you cuss up here talk about religion, just say F instead of full or whole way around. Okay, you messed your life up back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and you around by a low wage job. Me personally, I want high wage. I don't want no low wage job like this $18 job. 18 at my job. I cannot pay a doggone thing with that. Get me 10, 11, 13, 15, 17. That's what I'm talking about, okay? And if immigrants not taking that, why I'm complaining? You know what I'm saying? I want to live in best how I want to live in Section 8. I want to live in no doggone Section 8 all my life. I see people generations living in Section 8, living in public housing, be on welfare for years. I'm sorry, just like partial like my Latino supervisor. Not everybody should be on welfare, okay? But don't hurt those who's trying to get off of welfare. That's why I made that video, okay? About him and defending that white woman, him and their brother, okay? I'm trying to get the heck out of welfare. I don't want to be no doggone no. It's a nightmare living here. You know, I can't have no central air. I gotta have a winter. I can have my unemployment. I can have my, we call that Section 8, not Section 8, we call it income tax right now because it's almost gone. I got 11 cents on my other, yes, I free on the other account because we have a bank card where I have money, okay? But point and tell my business like that. I had to spend a bunch of money on eBay trying to get uh 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 the air conditioner and pay the air conditioner man to fix it because I messed up when I put my own homegirl's air conditioner in there last year, burn it up in here. Who wants to live in like that? I'm sorry, I don't like to live in no low wage positions. You know what I'm saying? And Martin King fought for me to not be in that position. So why I gotta hear people act like slaves on plantation, want to be in misery and love being in misery, trying to bring, try to use the Bible. I had to tell one sister I'm glad that we was on blood plastic. Our brother told, he said, keep on that chicken talk shit. You over here trying to get over, you know what I'm saying? I should want something better. And he even said, because the brother who's camera skin like me in Creole, who donate past this Saturday, he said he Creole too, for some reason. He said they made Section 8 ghettos from due to Adolf Hitler. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call, when they put the Jews in there, ghetto. That's why we call it, thank you, okay? Folks don't know they doggone history, okay? But black folks, well, we get, I'm sorry, not all. I'm not trying to be racist and cooning. When I saw that video, by the time the videos, I say, they talking, oh, Obama win, I'm going to be on welfare, Section 8, this and that. I'm like, what? No, I didn't vote for Obama. I voted for live in a loft. Me being paid 10, 11, 12, 13 dollars an hour in downtown Houston, midtown, paying a loft, $800 paying that bill, living good, living bad and bougie, that song. Living, that's what my dream is. I did not vote for Barack Obama to be no doggone welfare. Hate getting those stamps, get $200. Man, I want $300, okay, out of my own hard working money. I want to own my own business. But it was slave-minded folks who twist the Bible, make their own interpretation, and white folks who didn't want me to make it, I call it like it is. And Latino, I call it like it is, okay? Time I stay at home, I'm being abused at home. But if I'm a problem at home, I should be living there. You trying to stop me from being on my own. And I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't listen to everybody. Because, you know what I'm saying? I don't. So the reason why I bring the theology of it, because it is driven by religion. Okay? The misinterpretation of the Bible is white supremacy is driven by religion. And us Catholics reject that. I'm sorry, not the perfect one, but we do reject that. Yeah, they were bad Catholics who did the same thing, but they know that the Pope who was living and who's teaching right at the time were told like it is. They were excommunicated already. It's that in America, it's a rats play, cats play. Let's say when y'all know when we was coming up in as children, and we go to middle school, elementary school, high school, we do things we couldn't do at home. If our parents knew about it, grandparents, we're gonna be in world trouble, okay? Well, that's what same thing with bad cats that came over to the Americans. They know if Papa Rome who knew all that stuff they were doing, they would not be able to get away with that. The cat's way, the rats will play. You know what I'm saying? When you leave, you turn your lights out, and let's say you forgot to put some food up, roaches come out of nowhere. As soon as you get home, you can start spraying them roaches down. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly. I have to be real. So that's what happened. When there were things we did growing up, our grandparents don't know about. They probably dead right now, don't know about, okay? You know what I'm saying, Mom? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it was with the social situation with Catholicism. Well, Protestant, you your own boss. You make your own interpretation. You determine based on you, like you God or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, you make your own idol based on your own interpretation, and that's what it is. When the priest started to preach to me, I said, no, I cannot go. Listen, I'll leave you alone because it's another God. You're preaching your own interpretation instead of building a clay, instead of building a statue. You building your own. Your words become your God. Do you understand? That's the reason why. That's why me and my grandmother, she made her own interpretation of the Bible. And she hated our brother because she never knew those verses exist. Well, I brought it to her attention back into, that's why I come visit me. Oh, yeah, but before Christmas time, don't call you and kick me out because I disagree with you. And I was nice about it. I wasn't rude. That I wasn't religion at that time. I don't forget about that before Christmas 2007, before my grandfather died. Yeah, I don't forget that. I don't forget that. You try to kick me out of the cold and you try to get your son-in-law who's my... No, look how you call Austin out behind for that mess. But let's get to the subject. Oh, went downtown and told the laws about HPD, Sheriff's Department. They forget I have access to law officers, security officers too. Come on. So, point is, let's get to the subject. So, reason why I go detail that I do apologize. I just want to give people the reason why I had to be the religion part of it, because that's why these people think they have no conscience. They thank you. They have no conscience of them doing wrong because they determine what's right and wrong based on their own personal interpretation. That's why they hate the Catholic Church so bad. Okay, Hitler, yeah, Hitler was raised Catholic, but he turned against his faith. And no, the Catholic Church did not take sides with the Nazi Germany. Remember, the truth of the matter is, Hitler killed Catholics, Jehovah's too, Afro Germans, gay people, LGBT people, people with mental disabilities, and all that stuff. Okay, along with the Jews. When Jews were when Nazi Germans coming to Italy, the Pope Pius told them, come to our church, we'll hide you in the church. So they had to pretend to be Catholic. And it's funny, many of them did not force become Catholic. They became Catholic. And one of the Jews said during Nazi Germany and told Pope Pius, I feel like I feel Jew. And that's you know what I'm saying? So then when you understand it, they tell you that Hitler was with the Catholic Church. No, no, no. Nazi Germany killed Catholics too. And then, like I said, Pope Pius did house a lot of Jews in the parishes to hide them from Nazi soldiers. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. That's what they give Bill Donahue from Catholic League credit. He read that when he wrote that book about that, and he had a Jew who was a rabbi who defended. He said, "Yeah, we used to be anti-Catholic, think that y'all hated us, but in reality, Pope Pius housed our people and put them in parishes so that when Nazi Germany they hid them. So Nazi Germany, they don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about that. So, and remember, during Jim Crow, a lot of them was ties with the Nazis. And Marcus Sanders, who against abortion, that's why I'm against abortion. As I'm a pro-life liberal, I'm against abortion because part of my faith is being social justice. No wonder that's my gift. Because I was reading about the catechism yesterday, and it's social justice and fight for the rights. And remember, I was saying I was mad at the parishes when I needed help coming from my family. Many of the priests turned me down, including those who are black. Okay, make excuses of my family, how they abuse, you know what I'm saying, knowing that's a scandalization, and that's in the fifth commandment of the when it's discussed about the fifth commandment, thou shalt not kill. In the catechism, I think it's 20 something, they talk about scandalization. That's scandalization right there. Yelling at me, berating me, provoke the child to anger. It makes that verse in there. I'll go right there. It makes also in the catechism about that verse about the scandalization start to the sea. Yeah, I want you to know where I'm getting this information from. And if my supervisor, if my manager is a Catholic, dude, you're in violation of that too. Come on now. You allow scandalization, you allow people yell at me, talk to me in any kind of way. No, just like I'm supposed to respect that white woman, she will respect me too. Okay, human dignity. Okay, talk about social justice. It's so funny here, like you know, talking about social justice war. If you're a Catholic, you violate your doggone faith. We're supposed to be social justice war. It's our faith. You know, A2 of Psalms tell you to defend the oppressed. Okay, and many of y'all don't defend this oppressed person here. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely depressed. Different between my grandmother and they live in section 8, the section housing. No, they got a public house. I don't live in their house. No. So I want, you know what I'm saying? I want my own. If I can't follow the rule, I'm supposed to have my own, right? So anyway, that's on that subject. But anyway, with Charles Barkley, let's go back to Charles Barkley. Okay. So I got all religious and stuff. But that's my spirit coming out. I already showed the bad side of me by cussing. On other videos, I'm showing the good part of me. I'm letting you know why the root of the problem. Why I feel the way I do. That's why I'm still in the faith, because the faith, the doctrine of that is that because supposed to follow doctrine mean I'm gonna leave the whole faith. No. That's part of social justice. That's why I mean, it talk about social justice in the catechism. And Bill Riley doesn't believe that. So that's why, just to get to the point. So, yeah, A2 sons to defend the oppressed. And say defend the oppressor, and y'all be making excuses in the Bible. Defend the oppressor. He not know. And they have bad days. Stop making excuses for them. If they not really saying it from the heart, don't make no lies for them. The lies you tell, okay? As they say in the hood, the lies you tell. No, what they did to me, all the stuff my family did to me was from the heart. They would not be doing it when repeating, when trying to be belligerent. They wouldn't have that in their conscience or actions. Remember, I was saying that about the. So go back to these white supremacists. They go by their own interpretation of the Bible. That's why they hate the true Jesus that they built the church on the rock of Peter. Okay, and that's why he said it to Charles Barkley. Said we want America to be back to white ancestors and Protestant. I'm letting you know that's why I am not a Protestant no more. Why the African American community is so messed up? We let people make their own interpretation of scripture, and we're going by a white racist rhetoric. Why you think that so many are submissive to white people? I'm talking about Aunt Jemima, because let me tell you, Aunt Jemima was this old happy slave, okay? And actually was a light-skinned woman who actually portrayed the real Aunt Jemima. But they made her dark on cartoons and stuff, okay? Real darker than me, okay? And so funny. So it means sisters that say they go to church every Sunday. If they ain't Protestant, I'm sorry to say this. If they from the South, I'm not trying men to brainwash for white ancestors and Protestant along with black version of it, okay? And that's why men then I talk about Aunt Jemima, because William Lynch used a woman in charge. Woman in charge of the household, and she belligerent towards her son, and she was abusing her son. Of course, you got to tell your son right from wrong, but you don't have to be animalistic in it. And they was abusive with the Bible. So I talk about that. Yeah, you're supposed to teach your children right from wrong. I'm not sitting here saying let your child go out there and do everything wrong, and you don't say that about it. No. Let's get to right there. When I have kids, no, you better not be doing that stuff in my house. I'm letting them know that. But I don't have to be ugly and belligerent and be ugly, because how they gonna know respect when I'm being disrespectful towards them? You know what I'm saying? It go both ways. You supposed to respect people. This is, you know what I'm saying? That's why, okay? So a lot of these sisters who raised in white Protestant religion, later on black version of, and these old ministers. And I never forget my dad, who's an atheist, told me, he said the slave master, look at Nat Turner's movie, was using the ministers in the South to preach to stop the slaves that got the plantation. That's what Nat Turner was doing. Until he got hit behind Whoop and whooped his head. And that's when he woke his mind up. And remember, I'm glad that Nate Parker mentioned don't don't submit to the yoke of slavery. That's why that's why I said you can't say that Christianity about slavery. No, it was misused for slavery. It was stored in slavery. Okay, that's why. And you know why I'm not scared of these old white people. Spiritual connection. I have God on my side when I'm not God myself when I'm seeing, of course. They don't either. But I'm praying. I'm praying my rosary. I'm asking for people in heaven to pray for me. That's, you know what I'm saying? That in Revelation chapter 5 and chapter 8, I'm not idolizing. My highest form of worship is the communion, the sacrifice at the altar. The people who are much alive, I'm in the body of Christ, that's no separate, but that's okay. And them people not alive, you said that the God, the living at the dead, okay? So the people are alive. They're praying for me, okay? You know what I'm saying? The saints who did the godly work, who got their war in heaven, are connected and praying for me. The Blessed Mother's praying for me. To the mediator, who's God and Jesus in heaven, right there, see the right hand of the Father, okay? So I'm not scared of these white racist people. And I'm trying to tell Al Green, who's a congressman, I want to email him some prayers so he can have prayer. Yeah, I sin, I don't lie, I'm guilty of it when people do wrong, but I'm also in my house praying praying my novena, praying my Psalms, Psalms 91, Psalms 09. These thugs here, they said they scared of me. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget the powerful hand. That's one of my favorite prayers. That's on my candles. It's funny, they thought I was doing voodoo in my house. Some old wolf and she clothing woman who do voodoo thought I was doing voodoo in my house. No, these not, I don't buy no voodoo candles. That's against my religion too, okay, golly? But the powerful hands, it was giving them bad spirits. And that woman, everybody know in our community, she's an evil woman. Yes, she is. And it's about accusing me of doing voodoo. Well, anyway, the powerful hand prayer, and that's why I noticed that all this belligerent yelling, I should be praying, not to be acting a fool. And I'm glad I'm getting close to that part of me, that spirit connection coming back to me. I've been neglecting that sometimes because I'm like, my patience is up. I don't like it when it's taking a long time. So I'm like, come on, God, when you going to answer prayer? And I get all vengeful and stuff. That's what comes from that anger comes out. I know it's not a godly thing to do, but I'm human. I'm going to let you know that's what comes out. So when I was talking about, someone was telling me that what the people at my job were going to do to me. And I said, I'm not scared. I ain't scared. I pray about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying what they going to do to me, it's going to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm praying. One thing, I had my rosary in my pocket because I almost had that when I had the incident of the 26th at the, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. At the rodeo. That was where I was working at. Okay. On 26th rodeo, that's when that cop came in. I'm going to tell like it is. I don't care. I'm going to tell like it is. I'm going to be truthful like Bodie instead of just doing the cuss. I'm going to tell like it is. And the Spanish one who's in charge of the place with the white woman. The white woman who mistreated me. Okay. She's a French. Anybody know her? Everybody knows her there. Okay. And thank you. That's her. When she was trying, they were trying to break me and stuff, I pulled my rosary out. And I was praying my rosary. Did you know that the Blessed Mother's prayer to Jesus, to God, the media, kicked them out? They would look at me and they saw that all they left because they know they wasn't wrong. They know they wasn't wrong. They know they were wrong. They were wrong what they were doing to me. No, I do my job right and I take my job seriously. Okay? And I want to know that. That's the reason why. Now, if I was a Protestant, based on somebody's interpretation, I'd be lost. And they do any kind of way. Exactly. That's why my own dad, he hates me being Catholic because he can't control me. Okay? That's why they ain't control me. They used to have their own person interpretation, their own beliefs, but you cannot control against the truth, y'all. Okay? When someone lives for truth, the Pillar Church Foundation is the church. The church is the Pillar Church Foundation. St. Peter. St. Peter. St. Timothy. First Peter chapter. First Timothy chapter 5, 3:15. Yeah, they got scared. And the woman, she French, so I don't know if she was raised Catholic, maybe she became Protestant later on, but she was scared because she know she was wrong. I pulled that rosary out and they tried to act belligerent, and I was praying my rosary, and it was a mixed race couple, one Hispanic woman and a white man. They said, "Yeah, you need that." And they were right there, and they said, "We know you're going through a lot right now," and that was, I guess, it was God's human angel sitting me down. And they knew they was wrong. You know what I'm saying? They think me on my phone. When I go to work with my phone, I'm not texting nobody. I'm on Facebook. I'm saying my prayers. I'm saying my novenas. I'm saying my songs because they know they wrong. They know I'm dealing with spirits or demons. I know I can be demonic because I know if I F up, so I say it like that, I'm going to get out of a job. So I got to go. I got to say my prayer. I'm praying. I'm on the bus saying, yeah. I ain't tell my business like that, but yeah. I'm not doing no Facebook. I'm not watching no YouTube. I'm not doing no Instagram. I'm doing my prayer. I got my prayer on this phone. I got it on my email, my novenas. So they know that's why they get mad. They can't do nothing. You can't beat God. That's a spirit in God. I want y'all to know that I'm glad that the Richard Spencer said that, because if they have it their way, their interpretation will dominate you. Don't you understand that? People, you can bash the Catholic Church all you want to, folks in my community, but the reason why you're lost because it's based on a personal interpretation of Scripture that people distort the Scripture to make your own to a slave. That's why you in the Baptist Church, the Southern Baptist Church. That's why you men, white Anglo-Saxon slave masters were Baptists and told you to serve them, told them to kiss their butt, kiss their feet. You know what I'm saying? Told all that mess. You are done dominated by their own interpretation. That's why, and it's funny, they try to talk like they're your friend, but at the same time stab in the back. That should not be, that's not your friend. I'm not saying every Baptist church, Baptist man who's white like that, but that's exactly the South. That's why they hate. That's why they talk bad about Catholicism. They try to talk bad that we worship Mary. We don't worship no Mary. We honor her, we venerate her. Our house for worship is a communion. See, one thing, they don't go to communion. When we have church, even daily mass, that's our house for worship to God. Their body and blood, just want to do this in memory of Him. I'm sorry to be preaching right now. I'm sorry to be preaching, but it's coming. The Spirit's coming. Y'all must be praying for me because of the bad. I'm trying to refrain from cursing and talking bad. That the Spirit is coming out of me. Okay, that is the real reason why. This is the church that Jesus founded on, who was darker than us, me. Okay. All right. Don't get by that white Jesus. The reason why they had a white Jesus during that time, don't listen to Israelites, the fake cult Israel. They destroyed the Bible and cuss with the Bible. I'd be scared to be cussing with the Bible in my hand. Anyway, even when I be cussing, I forget that the rose in my pot. Oh no, let me stop. Let me stop. You know what I'm saying? I be saying that. I ain't trying to sacrilegious and be blasphemous like that, but that's real. But let's get to the point. The reason why they had a white Jesus, because back in the day in Rome, many peasants, the people who were not educated. So remember, they're not in Africa, they're not in Jerusalem, okay? So they had to tell the stories based on art. So they had to do statues, stained glass windows, pictures of the Bible in order to tell you what was going on in the Bible. If you don't know how to read, you know, I'm a visual person too. Remember, I hate reading growing up. So not that I didn't know how to read, I hate reading. So I'm motivated by television, pictures, all that. They weren't trying to idolize nobody. The at this chapter 25, God did tell build His angels, cherub, and all that stuff in the temple. Yes, He did. The reason why He told the Israelites to not make no image, because they was trying to make a God out of image. That's a difference than trying to making an art of an image. You know what I'm saying? There's different, the purpose of it. Keyword, the purpose of it. So that's why they made an image of Jesus to tell the people who did not know how to read. You know, they have print and press. They use lambs, sheep, skin to make. And the only time to make the Bible was to those who were rich. Everybody had chain, not because they want folks to read it. They didn't want people stealing. It's sad people, when people steal Bibles, they say, "Thou shalt not steal." They ain't worried about their money. So back in the poor people, back in the day, will actually try to take it. And it wasn't just the Bible that they changed. In many colleges in Europe, they was actually literally had to change those textbooks. They had to read to the people because folks who are poor will come and being thugs and ratchet in Europe trying to steal. I mean, you say I'm saying steal it. Just for example, you go to the beauty shop. They have weave. You know why they got their stuff closed? They had a whole big old metal door at the beauty place because they know that people break the glass and still weave extensions. Okay, that's the same thing they did in Europe. They're changing Bible. They changed, you know what I'm saying, because those expensive books. And if a thief steal it, they can sell it and get money off of that. So when they have the print and press until later on, I guess they found trees that actually make paper. Okay. So the reason why they did that, so in Europe, you don't see people who are darker than you. You know what I'm saying? So the people in Europe, remember, Peter went to Rome, okay? 1 Peter chapter 5:13. So Peter went to Rome, he went there, and that's, you know what I'm saying, people mostly look white. The Gentiles are white. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like it is. So they, we beat the Roman Empire. Constantine found a Catholic Church. That's a lie. He became one because he knew he was wrong. That's kind of like it is. But we beat the Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? We did. We beat Attila the Hun and all that. That's why. So now they like us. That's why the white supremacy in America hate us Catholic people. They hate us to the T because they know that religion they believe in is wrong. I call it like it is. Sorry to offend people. It's the truth. Notice when Obama won, you saw a bunch of anti-Catholic street preachers, not only attacking Catholic, they're attacking Obama, they're attacking a lot of people. They were trying to get, that's yeah, for real. Me and them old evangelical Protestant ministers who are white, I'm sorry to say that, are white racist people. This were former Klans people. Remember the minister who was part of the Klan, who was lynched? Okay, come on now. You need to know your history. Okay? That's why they hated Catholic people coming to to the South here in the South, because they knew it would go against their racist, demonic rhetoric. The white Catholics was open to black people. That's why the Italians actually school with black folks. It's real and Irish. But to be white, they portrayed their faith, and that's why they try to be part of their population. Now they just know why their children don't go to church no more. It is what it is. So, point is, so the reason why I mention that is because that's why that he said, I'm sorry to elaborate that, but that is the real reason why Richard Spencer said that. Okay? Because he wants a Anglo-Saxon, white Protestant nation so he can make his own interpretation of scripture and still love Jesus in his own fashion. And then teach that Jesus is against you. Okay? I want you to understand why that and it's funny, in many of these Protestant ministers, remember our people and these old butt dancing cooning people within our community who are ministers. Y'all talking about they taking money from you, collection play. I knew that was a lie. I knew it was a lie. I rarely give money, and when I go to church, they say, and we're told to give money at church, in a Catholic church, we're told give what we needed. Don't give. I remember one time a white priest told me, he said, don't take all your money. Just take a little bit money. You put a little money. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But y'all go to them ministers and them to them butt dancing, sorry I said butt dancing brutes. Sorry I said no mean wrong right there. Sitting here being savage, telling you to pay your tithes. My homegirl who braided my hair, she don't go to church no more because I didn't tell her business, because a old false teacher told her, sent her a bill for not coming to church. That's not no religious. You know, so that's not being godlike. But then I told her, pay your tithes, you get a blessing, and you still living in the ghetto. But the minister, you know, in the community, he live in a nice house and drive nice cars. Y'all don't see that, and they tell you not to question that because they don't want you to know the truth. It sounds like it is. So let me get back to the subject. Okay. So not to be 50 minutes of that, I want y'all to understand why I'm glad that he brought that up. America is a white Anglo. I keep bringing it. It is a white Anglo-Saxon. I said WASP, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant country. Okay, all right. This is not a Catholic country. Okay, it's not Mexico. It's not Haiti. It's not the Dominican Republic. It's not you know, Equatorial Guinea or Nigeria. Well, not just Muslims, but a lot of Catholics are Nigerian people. Even when you go to church, sad part. That's how I know it writers from Nigerians. They give you a look at them. I'll never forget. I'm gonna tell you one story. I was at a church in the Southwest Side, and this one where I went to confession. And I went to confession one time, and I knew it was a Nigerian priest, and he was doing all that talk, being all mean. So when I mentioned, I said, you know, I'm gonna tell the Pope Francis. Don't tell, please don't tell her, don't tell her. Let me. Yeah. Oh, I know. I was so happy I said that. That many times I told people, I said, no, let me stop. No, you got to speak your mind. Speak the truth. Speak up. Like I said about the situation at my job, you got to speak up. You got to forget. Dude, I bet y'all to get Pope Francis, he tell you right there what you saying is wrong. Oh, it was mad, baby, y'all. I wish I recorded this. And you can't do that, but I wish I could. You... When I said, you know, I'm going to email the Pope. No, don't all that mean spirit, all that old calling me a gata, he didn't do that. But y'all know these Nigerians, yeah, oh, they knew they were wrong. He knew he was wrong, how he act. Y'all need to stop when y'all go to confession. When these priests say, act a fool, you better say, I'ma email the Pope. Trust me, they be scared because they know. Y'all know that's why I'm a snitch. Well, for real, I don't want to go through no drama. Y'all must love drama. But that's the truth. So, get back to Charles Barkley. So what Charles Barkley was talking, I sorry to go in detail, but y'all need to get the spiritual connection, because then St. Paul said we're not fighting against flesh but principalities. Okay? That's the reason why. I ain't perfect, but I know this. I act ignorant and I ain't supposed to. I will admit that. But letting you know, that's the real reason why nobody's not telling you it is a bad spirit. They're all right group. Okay? I never forget, I used to be on Yahoo chat room back in 2000, and when I mentioned Catholic as Christian, which discussed what was Christian, and it was a neo-Nazi skinhead. It was on race relation chat room. If y'all know me, that was me. Okay. And it was so fun. We went time, so I said, yeah, Christians can be Catholic, Methodist, Baptist, all that stuff. And so when I said that, the white supremacists, so funny, the African American people, mixed, identified, and pure identified, okay, should I say, because none of us are pure black, who are anti-Catholic, took sides with that old slave master Nazi. Oh no, they're not. Oh no, Catholics not. No, y'all not Christian, and that's I'm letting you know. You know, many of those who are Catholic, who are white supremacists now, they had to leave the Catholic Church. For real, they had to leave the Catholic Church and join their movement. Okay, it's no different than Sound of Music. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, because they knew that the Catholic teaching was against racism. Okay, you know, many people don't know why I'm so anti-abortion. Not only because it's our faith, but that's the real reason why. Margaret Sanger, her dad was a Catholic. Her mom, no, her dad was, no, her mom was Catholic. Her dad was an atheist. Okay, and she was against her Catholic upbringing. Okay, and Margaret Sanger was against, and she took sides with the white supremacists, who are mostly Protestant. And the reason why a white, and I'm gonna let you know, a lot of Latinos are Catholic. They're not all Latinos. A lot of Latinos are becoming Protestant, and many of them who was actually getting beef with, many of them became Protestant and went to white. I bet you wonder ministers who were trying to convert them to Catholicism were anti-black and also racist. So, you know what I'm saying? Their friends, if they are Catholic, they was influenced by a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant racist. Okay? Do you understand that? Okay. So, I want you to understand that because they know in their faith to be racist is wrong. Okay? They can't go and sit and talk about Jesus, take the communion, and hate somebody of a different race. That is a mortal sin. Okay? Very. It is. That's why I'm not racist. That's why I'm very open about different cultures and everything. Don't you understand that? Okay? So, what happened is, a lot of Latinos have a lot of babies because, and I say us because I'm a Spanish Creole as well, we're taught that abortion and contraception is wrong. That's why I say when I get married, I'm going to have 10 kids. When I'm having sex with my wife, we're not doing anything. They say, well, how you can get a wife who don't believe in birth control, marry those within the church. I'm not marrying somebody that's not Catholic. Okay? Just like, for example, with Jan Jackson, who don't have a religion. She married a Muslim guy. You know why they broke up? Because of cash money. She got money already. Because she married someone of interfaith. That's what the Bible was talking about. These are interracial marriages. No, 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 no. They was talking about the Jew. Actually, everybody was black at the time. Okay, since everybody came from Africa. God was against the Jews marrying Gentiles because the Gentiles believe in another God. And the Jews believe in one God. It was not about race. The only time a Gentile can marry a Jew is if they convert to Judaism and to get rid of their old pagan goddess or God. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So when I became Catholic, it was hard to want to date girls who are not Catholic because of that situation. And I said, why we can't marry interfaith? But I know now because my grandparents were interfaith. My grandparents are my grandfather was from church. He was Kojic, Church of God of Christ, but he was a Gnostic. He did not believe. He know what God is not, due to the race and all that other stuff. Okay, and my grandmother was a Baptist. The reason why their household was not in order because they were two different faiths. She thought she can change him, but remember, my grandfather was a strong Leo. You know what I'm saying? He's strong Leo. He ran the house. He was head of the house, so he didn't let nobody control him. Me and him are both Leos. I'm 30. He last of July, and I'm in the middle of August. So that's why I saw a strong man. He didn't let my Taurus, single my grandmother, because until her birthday, run that house. She tried to run that house. He did not let that happen. Okay, so the reason why Jan Jackson did not their marriage, because she did not like the fact that she had to cover up her concerts. You know what I'm saying? That modesty in Islam. I mean, come on, Janet. You know, dog, you can't walk around half naked and marry this man, and he's a strict Muslim. That don't make no sense. But she married because she was in love. But with that marriage, once she said "I do," they wasn't survive. She can handle the controlling ways and all that other stuff. Because Muslims, they don't like that woman. That's, for example, the Nigerian men, the reason why they're so strong, even those who are no longer Muslim, they became Catholic or other Christian religion, Protestant, they're very tough. They're not going to let these sisters, these loudmouth, okay, sisters run them. They gonna put their foot down. It's funny, them sisters that they want a black man, they don't go after the Nigerian man, cause the Nigerian man gonna play that mess. Okay, they don't. You, you go to Nigeria, you get your head cut off. Okay, they'll beat you. Okay, they don't play that stuff. So y'all get my point? You know what I'm saying? They like, oh no, I'm not to be stereotypical, but a sister, man, of Nigerian brothers, oh no, they and you try to run. Oh no, they gonna handle you. All them African men, them African kings, they gonna play that mess. Oh no, they gonna play that mess. Oh no, they want to get on weak brother, and I ain't a weak brother. I may be offending them, but I don't know. I would lay it down. Man, my grandfather raised me too, and he did not let that play. So my point is, that's why many of these sisters here that I know we don't have the same religion. So do you know what I'm saying? So that's why that, and it's probably the reason why that I'm more into Latina women. Even white women, I cannot marry. Okay, it's not because of race. If it's a sister in the Catholic Church or like a white woman in the Catholic Church, I can marry. But you know what I'm saying? I want them to integrate the Latino culture down. This is my roots because faith it plays a role in our faith. You know what I'm saying? So, but the reason why, and I'm letting you know, we about the population of Latinos, they don't have, even those who left the Catholic Church, they don't have this go kill them baby, situation, okay? It's funny, I was arguing with a Latino guy who's for Black Lives Matter and immigration, and I was debating with him Saturday, and I had to let him know, I told him my business about how the birth control, I'm gonna tell my business, okay? Let me be real, and this to dad, if you're watching this, because I'm glad that you influenced me to go and fornicate a lot because I've been in your situation, okay? That's why you're in your situation now, okay? About my mom's situation. We always out there fooling around, okay? So I say it like this, outside of marriage. That's why the morals are not the case, because you're supposed to be married to your wife and have sex. That's natural, okay? Two men having sex is not natural. Two women having sex is not natural. And men and woman that's not in marriage is not natural. You're supposed to be natural, okay? So I'll worry about what I already have a plan in life to marry a woman, not a dude. So stop making that assumption, okay? All right. So when y'all was out there fooling around, my mom lied and said she was on the pill. Put it on blast. Sorry to say that. That's why I have a lack of respect for her. Even though I put respect for her, but still, that's why I have a lack of respect. It's a scandalization on me. She said she on a pill. You didn't see her until what? 2 hours born in August. Okay, that would not happen if both y'all did not fornicate. I want folks to understand this. Okay, 19 exactly. And let me put y'all on blast. That's the whole reason why we have issues. Now, if y'all were born and raised in the Catholic faith and was faithful to it, now y'all was not Catholic, don't get wrong, all this scenario would not happen. Okay? And y'all want big families again? It's your Protestant ministers in the church are telling you it's okay to use contraception. That slows down your birth rate. Getting an abortion, talking about, well, they give us this. Yeah, because they want our population, accuracy to go down. That's why Latinos have a higher rate. That's why the white folks like the Trump is saying put a wall up, because their wall is, you know what I'm saying, because they know their population is going down. The white people become a minority. Meaning white women, remember, it was the Episcopal Church in the Protestant who okayed birth control. Okay? Because all Christian churches was against birth control and abortion. But based on their own interpretation of scripture, because I've got the dude in the Old Testament who's trying to see out his thing. I'm gonna be all nasty and talk about the Bible. and God cursed him for that, it's because that's the purpose of the sperm and the egg is to create babies. You know, so that morality, even though you know what I'm saying, the morality falls in our faith. We be unfaithful to, but we know not to do that. So when the sexual revolution was going on back in the 70s and 60s, that's why we have the gay sex going on and lesbian and pornographic and all the way like teenagers and all that stuff. Once y'all open that big door open, that's when this whole scenario started. That's why I'm about clothing styles. I care less about looking at actions. Okay? Clothing styles and all that other stuff. If it's the mindset that control, forget because you can dress in a suit and still be out there having sex with women or have sex with men. You can dress in a suit and dress. I'm not looking at stereotypes. I'm looking at actions of a person. So, yeah, I get my point where I stand. Okay. All right. So the reason why I'm over here looking at these folks crazy, that's why we have a family. Your family's broken up. Once that big old apple was breaking up, that's why instead of teaching me to go get married and have children, have sex when you're married, all this stuff. It's funny with people who want to preach to me, they have a bunch of baby mamas and bunch of baby daddies, and they still making baby mama, baby they're not married. You know, you can't tell me about right or wrong. Your behind ain't right. Okay, clean it up first. I have a cousin on my mom's side. I don't talk to her. She always trying to control me, but she just had a child, ain't married. I'll put it on blast. I'm sorry. You better clean your house up first. I clean mine. I don't need your interpretation of the Bible. I told that already. It's personal interpretation. You don't want to put your own mindset to it. You're a liar to the faith. That's all like it is. But the reason why I'm bringing the religion part up, y'all, is because of Charles Barkley. And I want y'all to understand that that's the whole reason why this whole white race, the reason why Trump and the Pope don't get along. The reason why Trump loves the Bible so bad, because he can interpret it the way he wants to interpret it, and he puts his own sinful behavior in the interpretation. Do y'all get that? Understand why I'm so big about personal interpretation of scripture? It's not that I want to do anything about it. If people have person could be distorting it so they can, you know what I'm saying? Luther was not a good leader. He broke up the faith. I do not like Martin Luther from the 1500s. I do not like that. Even when I was tracing my white side of the family, I saw many of them with ministers in England. I do the reference. I said, "Oh Lord, really, really?" I mean, yeah, because I know that Sarah Bacon Bug, who my white longest ancestor, and Samuel Bacon, they got married at the St. Peter Episcopal Church in New Kent, Virginia. Okay, but while I was tracing and I saw the men, they were saying there was ministers. When I was on Instagram, I was like, what? Y'all was storing the scripture back in the when it first started, 1500s. I was upset about that. I was, I'm a Catholic. I'm like, really, really, this is why we have false doctrines right now, based on your personal scripture. I mean, come on. One of the ancestors, white ancestors in England, Ladaniel, or whatever they wanted Ladaniel. One was in Ladaniel, and then one of the Ladaniels that were related in England. Okay, but I'm like, really, you did that. That's why I have to fight with everybody about religion all the time, because of the situation. One thing, they love people that can control you on outside, and they try to use religion to dominate you. And it goes back to what Saint Paul said in Galatians about the false brother coming to enslave us. Remember he was saying that? I think it's the second chapter of Galatians. When we was talking to Galatians, I'm sorry. That goes back to that. The false brother trying to slave you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's, so that's why. But let's get back to the subject. So there's a false brother here who wants surprising, white surprising, so he can dominate and put his own white racist dominant behavior. Charles Barkley. I sorry to go an hour of this, but people need it needs to be talked about. That's the whole reason why. Why white folks have money, in this country based on that situation is because of that. John Calvin's those predestined to have money and those who don't. That's what this idea comes from. that false interpretation predestined. That's where Presbyterian come from. Okay, and John Calvin burned people to the stake. So why nobody talk about him? Okay, you didn't believe his church, you burn you to the stake too. Okay, I don't remember what the Catholic Church doing there. Okay, um, we have a Bloody Mary because King Henry's daughter was Catholic, and King Henry left the Catholic Church. About got divorced a lot. He made his own interpretation, and he divorced because he couldn't divorce. He was trying to have a son, so he went against the Pope, and that's why he had divorce rates. That's why their family was broken up here in America. Okay, though we don't believe in divorce, that's the part, and he killed a bunch of Catholics. So in return, his daughter, who was married, King Henry's daughter in England, she in return, it was wrong what she did, but she killed Protestants because they was attacking the Catholic Church. Her father let that situation happen. So it's whole subject. It's a bloody war back in those days. Yes, our faith is not supposed to teach that. Okay, but that's why I was getting upset about that when I was researching my roots. But let's get to the subject. Okay, so point is, Charles Barkley have already he had got a wake call when he saw that, and one thing, Charles Barkley, why you didn't say you're black, white, and American? And the dark skinned brother too, who was talking to Rich Spencer, because I would say to him, I say, you're afraid to be a minority, okay, and marginalized, and this is, and like the Native American, I would say our Native American ancestors were the first people here. Okay, I have 3 homelands. Okay, white people came here. It's weird you afraid to be a minority, but you came out of you was already a minority when you came here. You know what I'm saying? My white ancestors. You forced servitude. No, it wasn't so servitude. It was enslavement. It was harsh. Brought African slaves here. Okay, my African ancestors. So yes, my African ancestors was owned by my other Africans, but the white folks knew that was wrong. And let me let you know, the Catholic countries like Mexico and Haiti were the first countries to get rid of slavery because they knew it was wrong. It took a while for the United States. Yeah, Brazil was the last one that was Catholic, but America was to last. One of the last people because of that situation. Y'all get what I'm saying? So, yeah, for real. They knew it was white Catholics who let them know the other Catholics that they were wrong for slaving black folks in the Americas. They knew it was wrong. Okay? So, so anyway, let's get to the subject. Haiti was the first, it was a Catholic country, the first one to be get rid of slavery, the first one to be emancipated from slavery in the Americas, and in Mexico, they don't own. Okay? So, in other countries, it took a while for America to get its head knocked over. But anyway, so what happened was, when I was looking at the video, I'm like, when Charles Barkley was shot, and I'm glad he was shot. I'm glad he was shot. Thank the Lord, because he knew that he was, he woke up, and I'm glad he said, "Excuse me, you this is a country was it'll be like white folks," and it's not being like white folks, being like a human being. One thing that in the African American situation, we white folks have dehumanization, as I talk about. Everybody, and I'm saying, I know I was wrong for saying Benito and Bruce about the branch manager of my job and the secondary branch manager who's African American, because we've been taught in America, minorities, dehumanization, beating your kids to the post, starving, poverty. This is all dehumanization, okay? Being taught in kind of way. That's dehumanization. Everybody defend that white woman at my job because it's here, it's human. It's called like it is. Expected her to be elevated above them and maintain that. But minorities expect to be dehumanized for not looking like them. So when Charles Barkley said that I want my children to go to school, have the opportunity, that's what we want. And that's why that Richard Spencer said, read like white folks. Once again, in his mind, he feels that non-white people are not human and white folks are human. The reason I talk about Bashy sisters called Sakata and Jemamas, because they doing exactly what they say Master wanted them to do. Dehumanize these brothers who act like thugs. They forgot they are human. The cholos too. Don't y'all get that? So we want to live as a human, but it's just considered white. That's sad that we're saying that. Sad that we're saying that. So Charles Barkley had a wake-up call. I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? And then two, and he said this culture is coming multiracial. Multiracial in a human sense. Let me rephrase that. He don't want, I'm talking about Richard Spencer don't want us to have the same entities and benefits as white people do. The same privileges. Do you understand what I'm saying? The same privileges. Those privileges are human privileges. What we go through is dehumanization. So they want us to have lack of education, lack of health care, lack of jobs to take care of us because man don't eat, don't work, lack of all that. And even go to work, treat it like a human. I bet you if all this stuff was not did not go on during the rodeo, I'm gonna tell you right now, with that white woman, we will all be getting along right now. I would not have to make a big old tirade about what's going on. But I got violated because I knew that it was a dehumanization attack. She don't see me as a human. That's why she didn't send the white man home. Okay? And these old coons and pochos who love being dehumanized and then keep dehumanization in the minority community. I cannot sit with the same table with them. They take this. Remember I said in my video, I want you to understand why I said they're a whole white man. Do you think I'm happy to see a Latino and African American man running something? But when you defend my oppression and keep oppression in, I can't sit here and say, you know what, brother, you go along with your behind. I can't sit here and say, you're right, you're right. No, you're wrong. So since you dehumanize, you're defending the people who don't see you human either. So what they're going to do is all that mess up going on in that company, they're going to get some white men and replace them Latino brother and African American. I'm letting you know that. And I bet you they're going to get the ones who are going to have a humanization, not the humanization of the company, what's going on now. And they're going to keep the contracts with certain stadiums and vicinities that have events. I bet you that's what's going to happen. And they're going to say, the black and brown man don't know how to run things. It's not because the black and brown man, which is the black man, ain't pure black either. It's because they have been taught that in order to get myself right, I had to be treated like I was not human. And I'm over here asking to be treated like human. I'm not sitting here and saying, let me walk over. I would never tell the brother when the white guy had left, congratulations, if I didn't care about that brother. You know what I'm saying? I would never, when I first saw the Latino man, I would never give him that respect. I was happy to see him. You know what I'm saying? If I had so much hatred. The hatred part, no, they're not supposed to hate anybody. But as a human, it's you hurting me. I cannot love you. I know it's not godly not to love you, but I can't love you because you don't like me. Because mistreating somebody, I'm going to go back to what St. Paul said. Love is not quick-tempered, rude, don't brew over injury. I want folks to understand that. When people say, I love you, but it's human, my grandma said, she didn't talk like a slave. Because back in the day, masters tell the slave, I love you as I'm beating you. Do you understand that? Okay, let me rephrase what St. Paul said in the Corinthians, chapter 13. Love is not quick-tempered, rude, or brew over injury. And when he said that means all that beating, all that belligerent, all that yelling, that's not of love. It's not love. So if you husband beating their wives, that's not love. Wife beating their husband, that's not love. There ain't supposed to be no violence in the household. That's why I said in my house ain't gonna be no violence. Unless you come in the house and try to break in. Y'all make jokes about black folks again whooping their kids and then white. There are white people whoop their kids too. That's where we get that from. Okay? And once again, white Protestantism taught that even in Catholic religion, it was counter-reformation trying to be like Protestant but to remain Catholic, which is an oxymoron, okay? So, Counter Reformation, they call it. So, do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see that I'm talking about? So, when he said that, I want you to understand that. I want y'all to understand that. That's why Richard Spencer said, you want to live like white folks, mean you want to live like a human being. Because I don't see you as human. I see you as a non-human being. You should be happy and smile like me, being dehumanized, living in poverty, living in ghetto, not having food, being demarginalized, not getting opportunities I have to treat my people, my white people, like humans. That's exactly what he was saying. And Charles Barkley had to wake up. Not only that, hold up. Not only that, that's why all this oppression is. Oppression is dehumanization, treating you less than human. So you think when I came to the car, coming to talk to anybody, yeah, I spoke my mind there on the phone recorder one time because I was letting you know, hey, if you want to tell me about professionalism and what you want out of me, at least give me organized instructions, not the organized instructions, not that's give me respect. I'm over here respecting you, you know, and I'm not trying to be the bully boss either. But if you're going to be that way, I'm going to be real with you. God forgive me. I might sin against you by doing it because I ain't trying to let you know when I go to the extreme, I don't like to be treated that way. I don't care if your mama tried it that way. Mom or dad, or if she had a chancla or she had a extension cord. Keep that mess in your life. They taught you to dehumanize, to be a leader to dehumanization. A good leader don't believe in dehumanization of somebody. That's why they said whoever will lead has to serve. That's what Jesus said. Believe lies you tell that it's not true. It is the truth. If you're a leader, you're supposed to serve the people. That's what good leaders are supposed to be served. They're supposed to be elevated. Not supposed to be hurting the people. Serve me, them dominate you, them do you any kind of way. That's not the law. That was the kings Gentile were doing. You gotta know your Bible. But y'all love to have those type of people around you. And that's what I said, when if they know about this, white men get replaced, y'all, people to be of color, hey, you didn't believe in being human. You didn't believe in being a human being to those of color like you. You ain't no full-blown white man. Even Latino, you might be lighter. You mean that, brother? You got black and Native American in you too, just like I. You know what I'm saying? You're not no better than nobody. It wasn't for affirmative action, you wouldn't have that doggone job. Affirmative action ain't about you trying to get a privilege. It's so you can be human just like that white man. Live human. Same thing with that brother. I'm not trying to live the system. I know this. I'm glad that brother at this blood plasma was telling me the whole thing of hood housing was about ghettos and Nazi Germany. And he right. And y'all talking about, I'm happy with, and when that sister came in, the cuss, she done the fence, and she had her keys and stuff. She worked there. I ain't trying to tell her business on there. The brother said, that's chicken, excuse me, Lord forgive me, that's chicken shit. Cause he said, excuse me, he fought in the military. That brother told us, he said, excuse me, the camera skin brother like my complexion. Creole like part of me, okay? He told me, he said, excuse me, shit. He said, over here, you're defending, you don't know the whole, it was a concept. And they always, and you know why I get mad about religion about this? Because these private ministers are telling, be thankful. You know, God blessing you. That's why folks is on welfare Section 8, y'all. That's the reason why. And while they on Section 8 and on welfare and living a low-wage job, why about an immigrant taking a low-wage job? They getting money, go to church every Sunday, the collection plate. So that minister go get that nice car there. That minister go get a nice house. Oh, it's a blessing from the Lord. You lies you tell. Once again, lies you tell. You got that church money. At least the priest stay at the house. Yeah, for real. In the church, Catholic church, the priest had to take a vow of obedience in private. Meaning that they don't own no houses. The cars, that's owned by the church. That nice car, that's owned by the church, ain't owned by him. If he need a priest, he still be in private, unless he got a little bit of money he got from being a priest. He don't need no big house. You know what I'm saying? If I become a priest right now, I live in poverty. Me living in that house in that nice church, it looks so good. That's not owned by me. That's owned by the church I'm working for. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Nuns and stuff. That's why. But the minister, he want to dominate you. That's why they were attacking at the Catholic Church, because some of the Catholics don't know their faith. Then two, that's more money. More people come to your church, that's more money. You can get a Cadillac, you can get a nice house. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. And then you tell them stay in private, yeah. And then you control their life. You tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying? You run their life. You tell them you might. It can be against the Bible. You still, they can tell you what to do. Jump the cliff. You gonna jump it. That's what it is. It's money, power, and control. And they hip to the game. And they know they doing the same thing with the same master told them, stay at home. That's why I'm not saying every Protestant minister like that, but that's what's going on. Y'all talking about those shoe shining, butt dancing, hustling preachers and stuff. That's what they doing. When they come in trying to knock on your door, they trying, and you don't know your word. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like that man. Show your thing. Nasty behind, nasty tail, showing his thing to them later. They can go against the law. No, just tell them don't come to my house. Yeah, for real. They, you know what I'm saying? Remember St. Paul said, the false preachers don't open it, don't open the open house, don't open it, knock the door, don't open. That's what I do. Don't open my door. Don't invite them in. Don't invite them in. Y'all know that verse I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm not inviting. You believe in the gospel, and I know the truth is, I'm not inviting you in my house. I told one Jehovah's Witness, don't come to my house. I call laws on y'all. You know, I'm not over here not gonna come to mass today. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go say a prayer rosary. Let's go ahead and get you in catechism class so you can take communion. Okay, I'm not saying that. Don't come knocking my dog on door either. Shoes. Violate my religious freedom. You know what I'm saying? I tell you like it is. Shoes. Knocking on my dog. You better get out my. Hey, I did not tell you to get out my gate. I'm here to preach the word. Your interpretation of the word, yeah. I don't want to hear. I stay on my guard. Won't follow my own civility. St. Peter said in scriptures. Can't control me. Shows no wonder I born Leo season. And of course, horoscopes is not real, but yeah, no wonder, Yeah, for real. Trying to control my life with the lies you tell. Shows you twist. Yeah, the Bible and not lie, but your interpretation is lies you tell. But point is, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. And I'm letting y'all know, y'all, for real. You don't let these let you know. That's why you can't tell me when you trying to knock on my door at the job trying to hey, I'll bring that they get mad because they doing it for control. They would do the voluntary. You want to hear? Okay, nice, have a nice day. That's voluntary. That's religious freedom. So that's the reason why it's going on, y'all. I'm telling y'all not listening. I know I got 0 people at school. Y'all just go ahead and be ignorant. No, say it like that. I do apologize. Be harsh in my words, but hey, those who Hosea 6:4 lack of knowledge, you're gonna suffer, and that's exactly what they're doing. So these people aspire, but so they want that control, that white Anglo Protestant, and like I said, that Charles Barkley. Do you know right now? And I want to start, I'm making sure I gotta take care of business. I gotta go to a job fair. My tub messed up. I gotta straighten this place up before they come in, and clean this place up, make it decent and everything else. But for real, y'all, that's why they want a Protestant nation so they can make their own interpretation and have people under control. That's why they was attacking Catholics to go into these churches, harassing. They need to put security warrants on them people. Sorry, I almost cussed. Sorry. Also, too, I want to say this as well, is that in Catholicism, I mean, in me being one of my cousin's video, when I watched this video with Charles White, he shot, and I'm glad he shot because he defending these type of people, these Richard Spencer's people, and these Richard Spencer people, they want, they do this for a reason, you know what I'm saying, and I'm letting y'all know that's the whole reason why. I'm letting you know. I ain't drink my caffeine yet. That's my drug with the genius juice. Okay, for real. But I gotta drink so I can get more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be knowing all that stuff. That God did put vegetables and fruits and and plants for us to eat and use for medications. The different reason why weed is a drug. Okay, that's why I don't smoke no marijuana. I don't smoke no. I don't believe in that. It's because you overindulge it. Because you let it control you. Just like I let these people control me, you let a drug control you. Like when I go drinking, I don't let it control me. I drink one, two, 3 drinks. That's it. I'm glad I have a mentality. Don't let nobody control me in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Even at the job, I do everything y'all supposed to be done, but I ain't gonna let you talk to me in any kind of way. Ain't gonna let you get by with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why. You know. But and also y'all go ahead and pray for Al Green. And Al Green, if you watching this, please pray on Psalms 91, 109, and the just judge Justo West. It's called prayer. I'm like, that keep it safe. It does. Thank the Lord for those prayers. All right, y'all. But I gotta go. And also, the reason why I mentioned the cop killer, Dallas cop killer, the only concerning thing they saying that Charles Barkley is defending that man who killed the cops in Dallas. For real. That's what they're saying right now. After he said that Richard Spencer. So I don't know if that's true because who would defend a cop killer? I'm for Black Lives Matter because my life matter too. Not because only because I'm born drop black blood. No, my life and my native and my Latin life, the Spanish Creole part of me, lives matter too. Okay, white life always matter, and I'm not pure white, so that's why I don't look white either. So therefore, um, but I don't condone what the cop killer did in Dallas. Cause they on, even the white supremacist was a cop that was there. They had like one that was not part of that, and another white cop that was, and they had a brother that was there too. You never know who. So I'm for good cops, not bad ones. Okay, rewind that NWA, was vocal. They said F the police, because they're talking about bad cops. They weren't talking about cops, all of it. I mean, there was cops actually jammed to that song. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew. You know what I'm saying? What the interpretation of the song was these bad cops are harassing us. Okay, so that's why. That's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, and that's how I become a cop. I'll be out there snitching on these bad ones because you create a scandalization. You gotta understand. I'm not perfect. I know that I do things bad too. That could be scandalized unintentionally to somebody. Okay, and that's just people have your own mind. But you out here in the blue, or either you have whatever your color uniform with a badge on. You're serving the public. Okay, and you should not be doing wrong to the public. The same public to pay your bills. Because what for us working, getting taxes, returning all that other stuff, them tax money go to your paycheck, your pensions. And the reason why we have Black Lives Matter, yes, we should be speaking about the thugs in our community. These savages in our communities, cholos, whatever thugs, whatever, Black Lives Matter, Latino Matter, whoever, these gangsters, these drug dealers, we should, these child, whatever, we should be speaking out against them. But once again, they're not getting legit payment from the government. I said again, I know about them undercover paychecks from bad people in the government, but I'm talking about legit payment from the government. So if I'm paying taxes and I'm doing all I can to abide by law, I should not have somebody I'm paying my taxes to hurting me. That's why we're screaming Black Lives Matter. We know thugs are not working for the government legitimately, okay? And all that. And Native Lives Matter and Latino Lives Matter. That's why I defend that. I'm not saying that only black or Hispanic or Native American lives only matter. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Yeah, all lives matter, but not the lives of the cops who are racist. Those of color. So that's why. But I don't defend that cop killer who will kill that cop. I'm sorry. Yeah, what goes around, come around, don't get it wrong. But I don't defend what he did. Why? I mean, if you're going to do that, why you not go after Darren Wilson, who's not working as a cop? I'm not saying you should, but it'll be legit, right? You don't go to no person, you don't know that person, that white cop or that Spanish or even the African American descendant cop could be one that's out there snitching on them cops who hurting, helping you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand it. So I'm not anti-police. Beyonce was an anti-police. Y'all gotta stop that mess. We defend good cops who treat us with respect, because just like we respect them, we respect back too, because at the end of the day, they're human. But see, he defend the cop. If Charles Barkley did not, then I don't either. But if I believe it's a lie. I ain't going full detail reading the information, but I believe ever since he confronted Richard Spencer for all right, they're now lying saying that he is on that the cop killer side. You know how they go. Y'all, bye. Y'all have a nice day.